My name is Brooke Hayes. I'm from Ormond Beach, Florida, and I just recently moved here to Jacksonville with a new job at Mayo Clinic under transplant finance. I would say it's probably been almost 3 years now that I just started having hip pain and noticed that I wasn't able to get around as easily. It just became impossible to do those things. And it was, ridiculous to feel like you can't get past going to the grocery store and you're there 45 minutes and then you don't want to unload your groceries and you need help to do that. So started getting like that, and then it started getting bad enough where I was working, of course, 5 days a week at a physician's office where I had to cut my hours back from 5 days to 3 days. Then I was having trouble getting up the stairs in my house because I do have a 2-story place. And then I started in search of a specialist. And of course I went to the Rothman Institute, I went to the Rubin Institute. I also made an appointment in New York, and I had been in contact with specialists in California. But then of course I ended up at Mayo Clinic in Arizona.
Brooke came to us about 1.5 or 2 years ago complaining of pain in both hips. She's a really unique patient, a really unique individual. Unfortunately, she was born with a condition called spondyloepiphyseal dysplasia, which is a growth abnormality that results in short stature. She's only about 3'10" and weighs about 77 pounds, and as a result of this, she developed very advanced arthritis of her hips.
My consultation was in July when I first met Dr. Spangel at the Mayo Clinic, and we knew after the appointment, we walked out of there all feeling incredibly confident that he was the one to do this operation, and I canceled my flights and my appointments in New York.
He had seen a number of different people around the country and came to Mayo Clinic, Arizona, hoping that there'd be some surgical solutions for her. We had a long discussion, a very frank discussion, outlining that this could be a really big win for her, and unfortunately, if things didn't go as planned, it could also perhaps not turn out quite so well. Her surgery took a lot of planning. We got a CT scan done of her hips. We created computer models. We used these plastic models to practice and did that on these models. And from that, we felt that her surgery would be technically possible. Some custom-made implants were made, and then we went ahead and we did one hip, and about 6 months later we did the other hip. And thankfully things all worked out very well.
Between the surgeries, I knew that it was working on the one leg. So when I would go do things, I was going, yay! I was already excited because I knew that it was going to work, and I was so thrilled. And so after the second leg was done, I just couldn't wait to heal up so I could go do the things that I've been wanting to do for the last several years. I wanted to work at Mayo Clinic because after how much Mayo Clinic gave to me, giving me my life back in a way that I should be living it at my age, as well as Dr. Spangel and his whole team, and from the nurses to the front staff of checking in to, x-ray techs, it was all wonderful. And I have been all over the country, and this was the creme de la creme.